Hi there, I hope that you're doing well. Finally, I have some art to talk about, and I'm not always just talking about the same two things, so that's exciting, I suppose. I think the beginning of the video was maybe a bit slow and boring just because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I had very busy days with like uni commitments that I couldn't like move, that I just had to do on those days. I had like a presentation on Wednesday that I had to work on Monday and Tuesday, and I had another deadline for an infographics that same day. And it was just a whole thing. I had the last few days of lectures, but I'm now fully in exam session, which is intense, but I do actually like it. I kind of prefer it to lecture time just because I can organize my own days. And it's like, I know I have things to do, but I can decide on which day to do which things. And I don't have to like waste time going to and from uni, and I don't have to work all of my commitments around my uni lectures, if that makes sense. So it's just a lot nicer. For filming as well, it's just, I know I can like study earlier in the morning and keep the middle of the day free for drawing and filming and doing those things when I have light, which I can't do for, when I'm having lectures. So it's a bit of a whole thing, but it was a busy, very productive beginning of the week. And it's been a very productive ending of the week as well. Hopefully the weekend continues on with that, because I have my first exam this upcoming Wednesday in the morning, so I only have until Tuesday to finish revising, and I'm very tight on like time-wise for this one. The other ones are a bit more relaxed because I'm a bit more ahead for them, but I didn't plan very well for this one, admittedly, and so I'm a bit rushed with things. I wouldn't normally study too much on the weekend, but for this one I don't really have much of a choice. So we're doing that, but it's going really well. Things in the journals are also going well. I'm keeping up with the Hon. I'm admittedly not filming a lot of that just because I'm mostly journaling at night. Like once the day's over, I'll go back and fill that specific day's page. So this was yesterday. Obviously today's page is blank. I'll fill it tonight. And I'm leaving blank spaces for the pictures that I'm printing out at the weekend. So I don't really want to always film that like with the terrible light that I have for filming at like 11 at night. But I am having a really good time with it. It's like everything that I was hoping it would be, and I'm just really enjoying it. I was a bit worried at first that it would either be too small or too big, like that I would either have too little space and so I would perhaps need to move into the A5, or that I wouldn't fill it entirely, which is fine. Like I don't mind leaving pages half blank, though I haven't done that yet. If on a day I just don't have anything to talk about, and don't feel like writing, I'm not gonna do it. But I'm keeping up with it well, and I find that it's a good amount of space for now, so I'm happy with that. The only thing that I am worried about is the bulk. I think I might need to like evaluate halfway through the year how things are going. If it gets to the point where I can't write in it, I'll just get the avec for the second half of the year, but I don't want to get anything now just in case, or like, I don't know, I don't want to have to fix a problem that isn't there yet, if that makes sense. So for now, it's going really well. I am trying to be aware of the bulk, but I'm also not doing anything to like counteract it, because I want to use the book the way that I want to use it and not like restrict myself in the way that I use it, if that makes sense. So it is, you can see where I've been using it, that's for sure, but I'll see like how it's going at the end of the month, and it's definitely not an issue for now. I'm not sticking in that much day to day. Like there is some things, there's stickers, I don't know how much the stickers are going to affect the bulk, and like pictures I am putting in, but not on every page, kind of on every page though. I don't know, we'll see how things go. The exciting bit, the art bit. I have been painting a little again. I did these, I think on Sunday night I did these two. These are gouache paintings. I wanted to try out the paper that I got from Stationery Pal. I think this is hot press because it's very smooth. I'm really enjoying this paper. I'm having a really good time with it. I think the textures that it creates within the watercolor washes, or like the watered down washes, this is gouache, are really lovely. And it handles water quite well. I think like it's buckling a bit, but I find that with the way that I use gouache, all paper buckles a bit, but I like the effects. I really like it, so I'm having a good time with that. And then I've not done a lot of art at the beginning of the week because I just didn't have time, but I did do this yesterday and I filmed it. Just comfort, like eyes are like my comfort thing, my comfort go-to when I don't know what to draw, so I obviously had to do one. Something that I'm trying to do is do a little bit every day. Not necessarily like a whole painting every day, but if I can like just put a timer for half an hour at some point throughout the day and just sit in silence and draw, or like purposefully put on music to draw to, but like I don't want to do the thing where I just spend more time mindlessly looking for something to watch in the background and then paying more attention to what I'm watching in the background than what I'm actually drawing, which is what I've been doing and what I do a lot of the time. I don't want to do that. I want to be more conscious of what I'm working on and be more present when I'm working on art, I think. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I ideally, if I can like do that for half an hour every day, half an hour feels like a manageable amount of time. I can do that like after lunch before I get back into studying, and I guess it's a nice break between studying in the morning and studying in the afternoon as well. I think I've showed it before, but I have a small tracker at the beginning of January where I'm crossing off the days that I'm making art in, and I think I'm not doing it every day. Like these first 3 days of the week I just did not have time for it, but I'm aiming to do that mostly every day, and it's just a way to hopefully get my creativity going again and like my inspiration to come back again. I do really enjoy these things that I made. I think today I want to work on a portrait because I've been thinking about it. Just no reason in particular. I don't know where I'm going with this, is the thing. I don't have like a particular project that I'm working on, which I would like to, because that would give me a bit more direction. I don't. I would like the initial idea was that I would really like to work on another zine, but I don't know whether I want that to be another kind of story-based zine, if I want it to just be a documentation, and like almost journaling, like art journal type thing, or if I want it to be more of like a collection of art, like a small art book. I don't know. So I've decided that instead of continuing to think about that and like just go through the loops of it and end up not making anything because I'm stuck in the loops of it, I'd rather just make something and then figure out what to do with it. So I'm just, yeah, this is me trying to make something. I pulled out some of my other gouache portraits that I made over the summer. I really like these. I don't know if I want to do something like this that is kind of quite watered down. They're all quite watered down. The portraits themselves are more watercolor style than that gouache, like proper gouache. Or if I want to do, and I think I'm leaning more towards this, if I want to do something more like this, which is what I tried to do at the beginning of last year when I first got my gouache set. This is still one of my favorite portraits that I've ever painted, to be honest. The colors are just really cool, but I think I want to do something more in this style with like the thick gouache, like really opaque gouache rather than watercolor washes. Yeah, this one is not finished, but I'm not going to be working in this sketchbook just because the paper in this, it's really nice, but it's quite textured, and it's not what I want at the moment, so I'm just going to go for my usual go-to Canson. I would use this one. I think portraits on this really smooth paper would be really nice, but I don't have any bigger hot press paper, and this is too tiny to do a full portrait on, so I think that's what I'm going to do now. I also want to do some more color swatches because the one thing that is like my plan that is like trying to keep everything coherent is I have a very specific color palette that I want to stick to, which is like this basically. I really like it. I've had it in mind for a while. I just didn't know what to do with it, and I think I'll just make bits with it and then again just see what I want to turn those into, or like how to compile them together at a later point. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do like an A4 portrait. We'll see, maybe A5. I'm not sure. I'll see how I feel. And then you can kind of see the process, I guess.